Hi everybody. Well, sorry for the mess. You can see the whole bare wall and everything behind me. Well, that's because I'm redesigning my office. And while redesigning the office, I came across something that I haven't updated in quite a long time. And that's my world map of where we've gone since I started the channel. So when I say started the channel, I mean, of course, the main channel, Dawn's Family Vacations, and some of you may know it as Cruising with Dawn. But I had basically, since moving a couple times now, since starting the channel, neglected this map and haven't updated it. And I started looking at it and go, wow, there's a lot of places that I haven't updated on this map as I was getting ready to hang the picture up in the new spot here in the office. So I said, hey, why don't we take a look at the map and do some updating for it? So first off, one of the places, of course, that we have now been to is Alaska. Yeah, I've been there. I don't know why this wasn't updated before, because it was probably like the second cruise I ever went on was to Alaska while starting the channel. I guess it's because it's over on the right-hand side of the map, and I kind of expected it on the left-hand side of the map. So I might have just completely missed it, thinking it was up there in part of Russia and that. So Alaska, of course, has been updated, and been there many times. Alaska trip this year on the Royal Princess coming up in July will be trip number, I believe, 24 now that I've gone. 24 times to Alaska. So definitely my number one location I've ever been, because it's a unique destination and it's close, right? It's close. It's here in North America. You can get to it from ports in Canada, ports in the United States. So it's very convenient to go there on a normal basis. And it's one of the most scenic places, Glacier Bay, etc. Beautiful place to go. Absolutely love the wildlife, and that's one of my favorite cruises of all time. Next, we also have Australia and New Zealand. Tony and I went down there. We spent New Year's Eve out on the water watching the fireworks, and that was amazing. Then we sailed on down into New Zealand, ran into some rough weather, had some ports canceled, had a real experience, but had a blast. New Zealand was great. Australia, I want to go back and explore more. I had such a good time there. I have some friends who live there as well. It's really a nice place to go. Absolutely would go there again in a second. Of course, we also have Canada. When I drove across country to go to a wedding, I basically hit every province, not to mention the Canada cruise that we did on the channel as well, a group cruise leaving from New York City to Quebec City. It was a 10-day great cruise as well. A lot of fun on these group cruises. Also, I went to Brazil and Argentina as one of those. It was actually a trip. I ended up spending like $6,000 for this free trip, but it was a trip I won for being one of the top salesperson in my travel agency, to Travel Only, that year. So this was the trip. It was also the trip I got to sail on Regent Seven Seas for the first time. Great. Also, the first time I got sick on a cruise. And I had to quarantine myself on board. I think I got the norovirus while I was on board. And so I don't know if it was that or the flu that I had by myself, but other people on the ship came down with it too. Other people in my travel party with Travel Only. So I don't think it was just me. No. Another place we've been to Brazil, Argentina, and we have also sailed from Texas now, and various other ports, and California, of course, we've sailed out of now, all down the coast. We have sailed out of Washington State. We have sailed New York, etc., New Jersey. We've sailed from, Mardi Gras, right? When we went down for the Mardi Gras cruise. So, New Orleans. So, lots of places that we've been in, even in the United States, was new on the map. And then on one of my favorite trips I did, I was so glad I signed up for it. I really wasn't thinking I was going to sign up too much for it. But once I decided to go, I had a great time. Was Malaysia and Singapore. That was a terrific, terrific trip. I got to see the way another culture lives completely. We went off the grid sort of thing while we were down there. And then we would stay in a high-end hotel. And then we would go off the grid for food, etc. It was amazing. It was a great trip. Really had fun doing that. Absolutely amazing. And now, this year, I'm already, well, I see I've already got, oh, how could I forget? Iceland and Greenland. Tony and I went to Iceland and Greenland also. We did the Blue Lagoon. We were there in Iceland a week before the volcano erupted. So, yeah, we were rolling those dice, but we had an amazing time, especially in Iceland. Iceland was so scenic and they had so many wonderful places to see. Greenland is more barren and more about the nature, but you kind of got to go up to the top of Greenland to see the nature more than down below. And we did mostly fishing villages, but we saw the icebergs. And the icebergs were jaw-dropping. The beauty, the colors, and we were on a cloudy day. Can you imagine if it was a sunny day, just how gorgeous this place would be and how amazing those colors in the water from these icebergs would have been. It blew me away. I'd go back again in a second. So what am I doing this year? Well, going back to Alaska in July, and then in August, I fly to Zambia, Africa. My first time doing a safari ever. So excited about it. And yeah, that'll be a new place on the map, definitely. Then I'm also thinking I'm going to be in Budapest, and we're taking a cruise from Budapest all the way to Germany. So probably scratch some more things off the map for that trip as well. And then I'm, of course, might even be in the Med again very, very shortly. So that's just there. That's just coming up in the next couple months, I believe. So yeah, more things to scratch off on this map. And it's funny, when I first started, like, the map was bare. And it's a big wide world out there. Now, if I was to scratch off all the places I've actually been on in my life, not just, you know, for the channel, a lot of it would be uncovered. I've been to Russia, I've been to the Ukraine, I've been to Thailand, I've been to Cambodia, I've been to Indonesia, I've been to Papua New Guinea. You know, I've been to all these places. I haven't been to Antarctica. And I haven't been to a bunch of countries in Africa. So that would be, like, I might have to make a bunch, maybe an African cruise down the coast would get in a lot of those things. Maybe that might come up in 2026 or 2027. But I'm definitely wanting to go back to the Philippines. Definitely want to go back to Indonesia as well. So that'll be some upcoming adventures coming up on the channels as well that I'll cover here. And yeah, just goes to show we travel a lot and it's not slowing down anytime soon.